DNR was a fun, ongoing experience that will always make people want to go back. It was enjoyable and relaxing to have nice, long walks into the forest, exploring and learning about wildlife and what their occupations are to make their forest feel like home. Everything was likable, from the lessons that Dorothy taught us about trees and birds to archery, canoeing, and the shocking fish activities that made us grow closer in a way. The lake we swam in, and the nice, cool river that people would fall in if their canoe tipped over, or when we were at the halfway point and our feet would be soaked with water. All of these activities were productive in their own way, and it took out a fun bonding experience with me and my group. I grew even closer to people, and I even created new ones. I never thought I would go canoeing, and it made me feel good. Just looking up at the trees covering us with the sky and their clouds, and peacefulness in the river. It was a struggle at first to understand how the paddling and steering worked, but once me and my partner got the hang of it, we were rolling. Being in the back of the canoe was the fun part, and it played a big part in the fact that if it wasn't steered correctly, we would tip over or get stuck. I like being pressured and having to be the reason we would get stuck or tipped over, because it made me feel like a leader and that I had to take charge on which way to go, and how we would do it to make it out of there without getting soaked. Something that I learned about myself was that I just really enjoyed nature and spending time in the forest, learning more about it. The people that influenced me the most while at DNR were Miss Dorothy, Mr. Craig, Miss Kathy, and Mr. Freeman. Miss Dorothy's enthusiasm and how excited and nerdy she was when she talked about trees or birds. I could relate to her because I love being a nerd and just talking about all the things I love to other people and get them excited to like the things that I like. Mr. Craig showed me something new, and the way that he explained animals and plants was so fascinating and fun to learn about. Going to Hartwick Pines was so much fun, and I loved the presentation he showed us at the lecture hall place, and how nice the small museum had all their cute stuffed animals. Walking into the forest in Hartwick Pines was fun, and it made me want to be a forestry biologist as one of my career options. Being in the forest and teaching people new things every day about how our nature is beautiful and fascinating is fun, and it's also relaxing and peaceful to be in the forest, listening to all the animals and the wind blowing through the trees. I have already known Miss Kathy and Mr. Freeman, but in this trip, it made me learn more about them. When we were canoeing and me and my partner were struggling a lot at first, they helped us and gave us advice and gave us a little push, quite literally. I feel like I can be more open to them, and it made me want to be a leader and help others even more. This whole experience has impacted me in a lot of different ways. For starters, it made me want to become a forestry biologist, and I find that pretty cool to just change your mind like that in just a few days. It made me connect more with people from my group and see them in a different way, and now I feel like I can talk to people more and be more open. I'm thankful to the DNR for this experience, and I just hope that kids can enjoy this trip like this for many more years to come. It was fun, enjoyable, and it created bonds. If not, make friendships grow closer. It made people rethink about their careers and or add some of these careers to their options.